Put your eyes back in your head.
I felt like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Catch and fly in his mouth. It's their freedom while you dance. What's going on, people? What's going on, people, man? Hey, man, we got the makeup show for the originators. As you already know, um, man, my sports was out with sickness. So, like Raheem Morris, uh, told his ass to sit his ass down. We gonna do this another day.
Just told me what the fuck I'm gonna do. God damn.
Like you say, I'm your host, K Styles, aka the Sixth Man. And as you already know, ride shotgun in this tour bus of foolishness. We got Mad Mike Sports, aka the Senator.
Yeah. I feel much better, y'all.
And right next to him, we got Mr. Tactician, aka Juan, aka the Joker, is in here with us.
Take off that other man's thong.
Hey man, we got Truth in here. We got the OG. Truth hurts. Two, not a T. Truth TV. Let him truth.
Hey, man, what's happening? The Piccolo player's a motherfucker. Let's get it.
All right. Yeah, we have the world's strongest man in the building. Y'all know him as Wordplay Kid, but we call him LT over here. What's happening, homie?
What it do, peoples, what it do?
Man. The foolishness is at an all-time high in Atlanta Falcon land. I think the Falcons need their own show on VH1 or something. The way that this shit going right here.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and get right into it, man. Let's go ahead, Mike. You know how we gotta do this show. Before we start the show, what we got?
Rock out.
Rock out.
Rock out.
Rock out.
Rock out.
Rock out.
Yep.
Rock out.
Rock out.
I guess the Falcons are broken in love, right? So today's roll call, we're gonna kick it off with Xavier Littman. We got Tony Hall, Blake the Snake, Joseph Thornton. We got Jam in the building. Hey, Miss Hattie.
Hey,
E. Coleman, Pat Norris. We got John St. Clair in here. We got Strapped Up 24. We got my girl Sonia in here.
Sonia.
Brian Sanders. You got ATM. Nigga, where the hell you been at?
ATM.
He been modeling like Instagram.
Oh, he a model now.
He been in the ATM.
Hey, get some money, homie. Get some money. Ain't nothing wrong with it. That's how you trick off on the homie. But, Brian Peoples, we got Iron Mike, D. Sloan, we got Jaden Knight, we got Boomer. Okay, that's too much. We just gonna call your ass Boomer.
Oh, that shit. Hell no.
I ain't saying all that shit. All right, so fellas, let's get right into it, man. As we already know, man, it's a lot of stuff that's been going. First of all, fellas, how y'all doing this evening, man? How y'all doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm super fantastic.
Super fantastic, man.
Super fantastic.
Okay, we got. Hey, Juan, how you been? How you been going, man?
Hey, I'm chilling.
What about you, LT?
I'm alive.
Yeah, there you go. What's going on, Mike?
Uh, I ain't shitting no more, so I'm good.
Yeah. Like I said, man, Mike was sick the last couple of days. Like I said, as a team player, we had to tell him to sit his ass down, and we make up these shows. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So the news today is Kirk Cousins versus Raheem Morris. Who is the jackass in this situation?
Oh boy. Oh.
Can I go?
And you want to kick it off, True?
Let's be clear on something. Because we're already seeing the excuses, if you will, coming out. People are accusing Kirk Cousins of being a liar. Okay, when you accuse someone of being a liar, you got to be real careful on what you know or what you think you may know. Here's my point. Kirk Cousins allegedly came out and said during the season that he was okay to play football, that he was fine, which is something that a competitive, any athlete, any type of competitive juices, that's what they're going to do. Okay. I'm pretty sure, I find it hard to believe that his head football coach didn't know his exact situation. And I'm also pretty sure that Kirk was being a team player, if you will, by not shake, rattling, and rolling the situation and saying that he was hurt. So now, after the shit done hit the fan, and you got you just got shit articles going everywhere. Kirk done took all kind of headshots from the media, from the fan base, and all that. So now they expect Kirk to invoke his right to remain silent. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Raheem Morris, once again, you got your foot deep in a hunk of shit, and you got some explaining to do. All right, because if you ran this man out here along with Young Wei Koo, let's not forget Young Wei Koo. If you ran out two important key factors of this football team, you run those guys out there, and you knew they was injured. That is a serious dereliction of duty, which basically means that it's a fireable offense. We all know Uncle Artie ain't gonna go out there and just fire him right now. But Raheem, you under a serious microscope. Hey, the excuses are starting to thin out. All right. If we make the change when we supposed to make the change, it's safe to say it's a good chance that we could be playing this Sunday coming up. The two teams that battled for the NFC Championship, one of them, Kirk Cousins, beat on Monday night, and the other one, we couldn't make a 54-yard field goal, along with questionable in-game coaching errors by the aforementioned Raheem Morris. Raheem got some explaining to do, and that's all I got, and I'll just listen and talk.
Yeah. I know. Dre was talking about somebody sounding something. I'm like, somebody sound like they smoking a bowl back there, boy. Somebody got a bong back there or something.
That motherfucker sound good.
Raheem, Raheem,
I'm about to say who's the Wiz Khalifa who Wiz Khalifa and up right now.
Nobody.
But Mike, man, what's your take on this situation? Because I know you put the video out a little bit earlier. I seen Juan put the short out earlier. I know
Mhm.
Truth put his thoughts out earlier. Mike, man, what's your take on this? And then I'm gonna let LT go next.
Um, I like Warren to sing that song for me because my voice is a bit incapacitated at the moment. So, Warren, could you sing that song for me, sir?
I got you. I told you so. I told you so.
I'm about to leave.
You know I told you motherfuckers so.
Well.
I told y'all. I told you. Everybody say, give the black man a chance. Don't do him like that. He ain't had but one chance. This me. The thing is, and I think we're gonna get into this point. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I'll make it short. Let's just say Kirk was lying. Let's say he did. What the hell? You kissing deer or something? You sound like you clicking back.
I told you who back there spoken with Wiz Khalifa, man. I know. Rolling papers. Who got the Rolling Papers 2 soundtrack going on back there?
Sound like somebody back there drinking a whole cup of Coke.
Look,
You know what?
it's not surprising to me whatsoever. It's not surprising me. Look, even the video, I'm not angry at all. All my anger is done about a month ago. I can say longer than that. My anger has been done. I said, you guys can continue to believe this dude. I told you, he's nothing more than a fast talker. If you're from the heart of New York, New Jersey, Queens, LA, Atlanta, the big cities, man, you can't be fooled by this nonsense. You can't, man. You can take your ass to Tampa Bay and they can fool. You can fool them with that mess, but you can't fool us with that. I knew he was lying. My thing is, at the end of the day, man, let's just say Kurt was lying about his injury, and he lied. What did our head coach do about it? That's all I want to know, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
LT, what did our head coach do about that said situation?
Well, he trotted him out there for another 4 to 5 more weeks and let him play with his injuries. Granted, Kurt did say he had a shoulder and elbow injury, but then he had icing on the cake. It said that he also was dealing with an ankle injury.
Mm, mm.
Now, the people been so focused on the shoulder and elbow, which we saw because we seen how his throwing motion was. He was wincing as he was trying to throw long passes and whatnot. But then the fact that this man admitted that, he was like the Achilles was fine, but I was dealing with an ankle injury and whatnot. See, that never hit the report. That
Mm-hmm.
never came that he had an ankle injury. So for me, looking at this situation, all I can say about Raheem is you're nothing but a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker, and I won't let you back in my life. So I'm taking the house, the dog, the kids, and
What the hell?
I'm just saying, man. I'm tired of the lies, bro. I'm sick of the lies.
So Juan, let me go ahead and ask you this question to kind of add context to this. What does this say about Arthur Blank? How do you feel about it? Do you feel like that? And I think we talked about this off camera. The Falcons have not had a normal off season since about 2015. How much of this do you think Arthur Blank plays a part in?
Okay, well, For one thing, Arthur Blank has always stated in every video that he's ever had to answer this question, he allows his organization to run as an organization, which means that he sits back and he watches to see if people are going to do their jobs. Because for everybody that knows business, CEOs don't run the company. They steer the vision of the company. The board runs the company. You hire people to do the work. You delegate. The only time the CEO steps in is when the company is being cost a lot of money. Now, here's what I want y'all to understand about Blank. A quiet CEO during a time of upheaval is very dangerous because he's calculating everybody's moves and he's watching who's doing what. And the longer Blank stays quiet, the more dangerous it gets. Now, before I want to get into that, I really want to let this Raheem. I'm gonna get back to, but Raheem, you spoiled bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Damn.
You sat up here on this camera with your 4-foot picket fence chicklets and told us this man was 100%. You was 100% squeezed out turd because you knew he had injuries. He had injuries that had injuries. And for all y'all that want to come in here and question the validity of what we talking about, I'm going to check you. You ain't never functioned correctly with 2 or more injuries simultaneously. Because y'all all know and y'all have all been injured. Anytime somebody got near your injury, you winced. Whether you dropped something, fell down, or whatever. So imagine this man in a game fighting off 3 injuries. He ain't got no confidence. He trying to make sure he can get off the field. So this big snotwad decides he wants to keep the man in the game for what? And I'm gonna say this. Raheem could potentially be coaching for another job. I'm gonna say it. I'm seeing a lot of take a shit in hand type vibes from him. Because you're not sitting up here coaching to win. You're coaching to get the next job that's available. Let's keep it real.
And Clay, this is why I have to slightly disagree with you. Retreads are not a problem. Most coaches always start off, rocky. Bill Walsh, I mean, nobody took him serious when he created the Westbrook offense. They thought it was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like Bill Belichick, he had no balance when it come down to his offensive defense. That's why he failed in Cleveland. And when he brought in Charlie Weiss and all those guys, he finally found his balance on offense because of those guys. So having coaches that had losing seasons previously is not a bad thing. Hiring these guys. The problem with it is what I always say is don't come in doing the same shit that got you fired. Chauncey say this shit all the time, and I'm gonna pull that OG. You say it all the time.
Yeah,
you cannot continue to repeat the same stupidity, and that is what this onion head ass boy doing.
You know why? You know why he keep doing it? And I said it before. It's because the last 2 teams that he was on that got the Super Bowl, he was not the man responsible for the wins or the losses. So if it didn't work out, nobody was going to blame him. It was Todd Bowles and it was Sean McVay. He was not the last man on the totem pole when it came to the wins and losses. He benefited from their wins. That's all he did. That's all he did. And instead of him taking that and learning and bringing it here, he's doing this for ego's sake. And I know Diamond asked me a question. In his mind, he probably thinking something better going on because you can't sit up here and tell me straight to my face that you're coaching to help these Atlanta Falcons win with the shit we know.
Let me interrupt you. Okay, let me just say this. All right, let me say this. I'm gonna need everybody to mute themselves right now because I'm gonna say this shit one time. Okay?
Oh Lord.
I don't need no interrupters right now. Just give me 2 minutes. Okay? See, this is the shit that I'm talking about. This is the fuck shit that I'm talking about. You niggas are so disgusting. This shit ain't got nothing to do with whether or not he was good or he ain't good. The problem is, if he ain't fucking good, why is he still fucking playing? He shouldn't have been in the position to fucking tell to begin with. The hell you talking about? He shouldn't been in the position to tell. If you fucking suck, that's what the head coaching job is for. Okay? To tell you, guess what? Your ass is trash right now. Your job ain't as a fucking security guard to sit down and look at a fucking toilet, is it? No, it's not. Because if you're looking at a fucking target, a fucking toilet, and you're a security guard, well, you're doing your damn job the wrong way. And this is exactly what you niggas and these bitches out here, and it's in all colors, it's because y'all are so love with this man, y'all are ready to point the finger at everybody except for him. This man sat and watched this man throw 5 interceptions in a damn game and didn't do nothing but sit on the fucking sideline and chew fucking gum. And you motherfuckers want to sit up here and still say, "Oh, Kurt was threatened by this man. Kurt was threatened by this man." Who fucking cares? Because if I'm the leader, if I'm the head coach, if I'm that guy, I'm saying, fuck what you think and fuck what you feel. This is my goddamn team. You're not going to throw 5 interceptions in the game and me not do anything about it. So what you fuckers are failing to be real about is exactly that. You motherfuckers want to make excuses for everybody. You want to put the finger at everybody, but make 15,000 fucking excuses for Raheem. And I'm not even disappointed in Raheem. I'm really looking at y'all like this. This is exactly why you motherfuckers don't deserve to be a winning franchise. Falcon fans don't even deserve a fucking championship. Falcons fans don't even fucking deserve it because y'all don't like to be real about shit. I'm gonna be straight up real about it. Y'all don't want to be real about shit. Y'all, all you care about is my Julio fucking jersey is an antique. My goddamn Deion Sanders jersey is an antique. That's what you care about more. This ain't about winning. Because if it was about winning, you'd be looking at this man and say, why, if he fucking suck, if Kurt had an attitude, why did you keep him in when we had a 6-3 lead? We had 6-3, and we pissed that shit away. We pissed every part of that 6-3 away and went straight nowhere. And you pointing the finger. So this ain't just aimed at one person. There's a lot of people that I'm really disgusted in, friends and foes.
I mean, hey, Mike. These the same people that would rather wear a wig knitted from Raheem's pubic hairs. But hell, what do I know?
Well. Hey,
You know, I want to do a small rant. May I?
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm good for tonight. Y'all can pretty much take over from here.
I said after I got reinstated 96 hours ago that I wasn't going to get suspended again. But here goes my first dumb motherfucker rant for 2025. Look, you dumb motherfuckers. I don't give a flying fuck whether Kirk Cousins is lying, looking over his shoulder, or whatever the case. If you are a fucking leader of men, you dumb motherfuckers, you supposed to do everything in your power to put your fucking men in a position to succeed and not allow them to be in a position to fail, you dumb motherfuckers. You sit up here and y'all study making excuses for this fucking idiot right here. For what? For what? Because you want to blame the white quarterback. Yeah, I went there. That's what you stupid motherfuckers want to do. I swear, Falcon fans or Hawk fans, you motherfuckers really give me gas. I'm telling y'all give me gas. And gas sometimes might turn into shit. Wake the fuck up and smell the coffee. This stupid motherfucker left this motherfucker out on the field, and don't y'all dare come out y'all mouth and say, like somebody said earlier, what if he didn't know? There's no fucking way that a head football coach don't know what the fuck is going on with his goddamn quarterback.
That part.
Well,
How the fuck can you come out your mouth and say this stupid shit, you dumb motherfuckers?
well,
Yep.
We could be in a motherfucking Super Bowl right now, but this sack of shit done ran this goddamn man out there, and he knew this motherfucking man was hurt. And then what he do? Once he bench him, he threw him under the bus. And you dumb motherfuckers, y'all expect this man to sit back and fucking be quiet about it.
Right. Because you did it to the point where this man got 3 career-ending injuries if they go any further. 3 now. 3. He can't throw if his elbow is fucked up. He can't stand, run, or pivot if his ankles are fucked up. Let me put that in perspective. That means that he get hit one wrong way in any game, he's out for good. Out for good. And apparently y'all don't understand what coaching is about because you don't put a hurt player. You don't leave him out there on the field. You don't. But what's more fucked up is when you ask the question, you say he's 100% ready to go. Where? Sitting on the bench? Because it wasn't on the field. So what it looked like, you basically sacrificed the winning season of this team so you could be right in the media.
No, cuz. So he can goddamn pacify these stupid ass fans. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I'm gonna tell you the main reason why our team has this, because we're labeled as soft. You know why we labeled as soft? Because these dumbass, stupid ass, idiotic ass fucking fans. I don't give a fuck. I'm looking at my pocket right now. I can't find a fuck to give. If anybody like what the fuck I said, I'll accept my suspension whenever you give it to me, Mike or Kev. Now go mute.
Cause fuck these fans with a hot rotisserie dildo. At that, y'all motherfuckers need that shit right now.
all right. For those that may not have interpreted what Truth, Mike, Juan, and LT is talking about, this is an interesting, like I said, this was an interesting episode of how the Falcons turn, as LT would so eloquently put.
The title is as the Falcons feel.
As the Falcons fail. Okay, yeah, there you go. Appreciate that. The problem is with this whole situation is regardless if Kirk Cousins was $100 million quarterback, as the head coach, as the overseer, as the man, regardless of how much money a guy is making, you as the guy who is the general of the team has to make the right decisions at the right times in the right moments. Now, as we already heard, Kirk Cousins put out him being hurt after week 10, which was right around the beginning of the losing streak in which the Falcons went on, which took them from 6-3 to 6-7.
Mm-hmm.
The pro- the issue is the people that are having a problem with us and others that is holding Raheem Morris accountable for this said situation is these goofy fake woke motherfuckers.
Hmm.
Now, yes, Kirk Cousins is $100 million quarterback, and the obvious thing to say is you will want your $100 million quarterback to work through whatever the hell he got going on. But here's the problem: you drafted a quarterback eighth overall.
Mm.
You already have your insurance plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's all on tape. You can literally go back through that 4 game winning streak and literally watch every throw Kirk Cousins made. He looked like he was in pain the whole time. Am I
Mm.
lying? Am I lying?
No,
I
you
just
telling.
make sure I ain't tripping.
You first of all, Kev, you telling the truth, and after this, after you get done, I gotta ask you a question. I gotta ask everybody a question.
Okay. So, as a guy who is the overseer of the team on the field, you have to know when to pull the plug in certain situations. Now, for those that have actually played football or those that were athletes, hell, even those that go to work every day, most of us know we lie about ailments and injuries all the time just so we can continue to do what the hell we need to do because we need to feed our families and shit.
Yeah, you gotta. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, to feed your family. Tell some white lies in order to get a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Mm-hmm. I got a question, and
What's
here's the
up?
question: did we misuse $100 million, or did we misuse $100 million asset? Before you answer,
Hmm.
think about the question: did we misuse the $100 million, or did we misuse an $100 million asset? And here's why I asked that question.
Hmm.
Kirk was serviceable at the beginning of this season
Okay.
until he stopped being serviceable midway of the season, and you kept on misusing him because you had already stated, and I've said this again: what you say in the beginning is going to get you fired in the end. You said you were going to sit Penix. He wasn't ready. We're going with Kirk until.
Okay.
So the question is, did we misuse the $100 million, or did we misuse a $100 million asset? Because
Okay.
Kirk was ready to go in the beginning. He was playing. He was winning games for us in the beginning until he wasn't.
The problem was we misused the $100 million asset,
There,
and I'm gonna say
there
this.
you
I'm gonna
go.
say this why. I'm gonna say this why. We watched in that 5 game skid every throw Kirk Cousin made. He did one of three things: either he winced in pain throwing the ball, limping on the field, or slow to get up if he
That part.
got hit.
That part.
Now, if I'm a coach, regardless on where he's getting what he's getting paid and what the organization said, if my quarterback is looking like he's struggling not only physically but mentally, because mentally is where Kirk Cousins was messing up the most. His mental was out. It is my job as the leader of the team to say, okay, sit your ass down. I don't give a fuck if you worried about Junebug behind here. You hurt, sit your ass down. Let's play this young kid and see where it goes right now until you get better. But
That
here's the problem. Here's the problem. Raheem Morris was so hell bent on making sure that he was right about Kirk Cousins that he was willing to let Kirk Cousins die on the sword.
part.
Because think about it, 4 game skid, which was Seattle, New Orleans, it was
Denver.
Denver, and Minnesota.
How many
What did
times?
Raheem Morris say, after those 4 games? Kirk Cousins was fine. We're gonna continue to ride with him. He's doing, like you said, he's doing all he can.
We won these games because of Kurt.
We won some of these. We won games because of Kirk, so we're gonna stick with him.
Right.
Might I add you, Kirk Cousins' mental was off at this time.
Right. Look.
You pulled the plug on Kirk Cousins, even though the Falcons look like shit. And I'm gonna let LT go after me on this one against the Vegas Raiders, but they still won the game. And then that's when you said Kirk need to do better, and then pulled him after that game.
Right.
Why? Because the very guy who was the starting quarterback on that team almost beat you.
Mm-hmm.
So you looked at it as a major stain. You looked at Kirk Cousins as a major stain on your regime in the first year, so you had to pull that plug. But
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing. Kirk Cousins wasn't the same quarterback after that New Orleans game. And the shit is on tape that
That part.
he wasn't healthy, that he didn't have the confidence to
Mm-hmm.
will the team to victory. And instead of you addressing that situation, instead of you sitting down with him and figure out what's wrong with him, you sat on the sideline and let that motherfucker drown
That's it.
until it was too late. This is why we say that Raheem Morris has a bigger part in this than Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk Cousins was hurt. Kirk Cousins was fucked up. But instead of you being the leader and saying, okay, I identify this, I'm not, because the one thing coaches will always tell you is the best coaches are going to prevent players from destroying themselves. And unfortunately, Raheem let Kirk destroy himself to the point where he had no choice but to put Michael Penix in.
That part. That part.
And with this stuff coming out like this, it looks bad. It looks horrible. It looks wrong. Rather you blame Kirk Cousins or not, the main question that might ask you is why did the head coach let it keep going?
Because he was trying to be right for all of y'all out there breathing through your ears.
A real leader does not let a player die on his own sword. You gotta catch that motherfucker before he stab himself.
Yep.
And I
And
said this
then
in the chat.
you expected a rookie to save your fucking season in which he played well enough, but now the defense looks like shit.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I'm gonna say this, I said it in the chat. Do y'all motherfuckers really think that Kirk Cousins coaches himself? You geriatric goofballs. quarterbacks don't coach themselves. It's the head coach's job. That's why he's the head coach. That's why it begins and ends with him. Some of y'all
because it's very interesting that y'all crucified Arthur Smith for a Bijan Robinson game against Tampa Bay, in which he only played 13 snaps, and y'all crucified him. Raheem Morris let a quarterback that was hurt the whole season ruin the whole season, and y'all don't have the same energy for that.
Right.
Make it make sense.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question because this right here, you know, my thing is why are we crucified? See, this is the hypocrisy. All right, we're just talking about the hypocrisy and things that we love and we hate. It's the hypocrisy and the things that we love and we hate. Y'all crucified Jerry Jones for getting involved in every aspect of his team.
That part.
Y'all
we clown him every year for that.
Every year he say he do too much for the organization. But right here, you guys want him to every time his head coach makes a mistake, he got to come down and get in a press conference and say, "No, we're not going to do this type of thing." Like, no, his job is to trust the guys he hired. That's what look. If you bring a guy in, for instance, LT. All these a lot of people that's what AFL had no clue that we saw anything in them. Me and Sam fought for 2 years straight trying to get him to understand what our vision was for him. Kevin and our vision for him. It took him 2 years to finally understand, but we allowed him to make his mistakes. And now he gets it. And Sam is better than ever. Because you allow the people that you believe in, the people that you love, to make their mistakes. You allow your kids to make mistakes, right? You allow your family to make mistakes. You forgive your mama when she do some dumb stuff, or your father for doing something, your grandmother, or whoever that close person is to. You allow them to have 1, 2, maybe 10 mistakes. But on this hand, we're just supposed to, right, he did something dumb. We need to take it away from him. So my thing is we have to give this guy opportunity. You know, I didn't like the hire to begin with, but I'm like, look, hey, prove me wrong. That's where I am. I still don't want to fire. I wouldn't mind to see his ass pack his bags. I surely wouldn't mind that, but I want him to prove me wrong.
Let me say this, Mike. I'm gonna let LT go. Raheem Morris has officially been indoctrinated into the culture of the city of Atlanta. He is officially Atlanta now. Y'all probably wondering why I said that.
He black.
Let me say this one more time for the people that's watching it.
Don't hurt their feelings.
Raheem Morris is now officially Atlanta. LT, tell them why I say that.
Because he black and he a scammer.
Yep. Breed, that's all, folks.
He finessed Jimmy Lake out of his job to bring his homeboy in here. In which we got a whole theory behind this shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we want to pull this out, but like I said, we probably say that for later on. We got a whole theory behind this.
That young man is black and he a scammer, and he don't do nothing but lie. He ain't who he say he is. I mean, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of folks that's like that in Atlanta. I've seen it the times I come and visit. Like, nobody is who they say they is. They all put on a facade. I mean, he fit. Well, I mean, let's be real. Y'all say y'all want a guy for culture. That's culture.
That is the culture of Atlanta, the city of Atlanta, unfortunately. Fast talkers
and scammers.
Scammers.
Now, let me ask you a question. how does that culture equate to wins and championships?
It don't.
You have to think about it. When it comes to this city, symbolism is a championship.
So wait, you mean to tell me that this city actually believes it's gonna bitch and complain us to a Super Bowl win?
Hmm.
Oh, y'all really need to stop sipping Pepto Bismol out of a container with holes in it.
So there's a lot of people that said, okay, they upset about. Like I said, we can't get upset now because Raheem Morris has now officially became Atlanta.
Hmm.
He is officially Atlanta now. Throw people under the bus, scam people out of shit,
Mm.
and willing to shoot you in the back of your head and smile in your face at the same time.
That boy
Go
straight up.
ahead,
That boy fresh.
LT.
That boy fresh. That boy fresh out of Grissom Road right there.
Kev, you know what? You know what? I think they do need a dose of reality because we got some people in here that are completely talking with a thong tied around their mouth and a ball gag.
Juan. Let's save that theory for later, man. We ain't finna worry about them, man. I'm gonna let LT go ahead and follow up on what we just said, man, and just
you
let
you
him
want to
get his
spare him
thought.
tonight?
Yeah, we gonna spare him. Let LT get his rant off on this one, man.
All right.
Hey,
I mean, it really is not really much of a rant, but all I can really tell folks is, man, like this the reason why we've been telling y'all why we don't believe in him. This the reason why you see me did a surprise live last week, giving you my opinions on why I did not like the hire of Jim Obrick and why I do not like Raheem Morris. Is what y'all don't realize is this situation is literally Dan Quinn with Julio Jones at practice.
Pretty
Y'all
much.
didn't find out. Y'all did not find out till after both was gone when the word came out and let you know, like, oh, Julio wasn't hurt. He just didn't like to practice. He ran around the golf cart the whole day. Like that's literally what's going on right now. And the reason why I'm not a fan of it is because, bro, we see we're trying to relive 2016. I
Mm,
get it was a great year. It was an exciting year, but we don't have the guys that was in their primes at that time. Not there's no disrespect to MPJ, but you know what I'm saying? But boy, he just in his second NFL season. Like
Hmm.
when we made that run, we had a quarterback that was going into his ninth NFL season who was a wily veteran. He knew how to communicate with his guys. He also used to take his guys on trips. If you was a guy that played for the Falcons, assigned to the Falcons, and you wanted to get better, Matt Ryan took a trip every April and took everybody out on an all expense paid trip to California. He paid for everything, food, for them to stay, all of that, just for them to get workouts in with him. He wanted to know how you like how you like the ball when I'm throwing it to you. Do you like it high? Do you like it low? Do you like a chest double? This is, getting the feel of your guys so you could be able to compute that, add that to your repertoire, take it to practice as the months go by. So when the season get here, you're not trying to figure this out. Then you got comfortability when week one get here. So, like I said, now with me saying that, you bring it back guys like Raheem Morris and Jeff Obrick. Why? There was no success with them, and they was here already. They were here once. We done did this before in the Falcons history way back in the day. But we hired a coach who was absolute ass. We fired him. Then, baby, like a decade later, we rehired him back, and he was still absolute ass.
I mean,
and I said I'm gonna do this, but let me get this. Let me get this one right quick. Just said Kirk's the scam. Kirk can only scam for somebody that allows him to scam. In which,
You
if you allow
how
somebody to quote unquote, no, hold on, let me get this. So if Kirk is the scammer, that makes Raheem Morris's position even worse because you allow somebody to scam you
you
and
allow
you did nothing with it.
Kev. If if Kurt is the scammer, the fuck Raheem here for?
No. Well, I'm about to ask another question behind that. Since Chuck came, we got to
No,
say
no,
who's the
no.
scammer.
One, we're not talking to that retard. Not doing it. Nope. Nope.
Like I said, I just wanted to address the question because
Yeah, I'm
we
addressing the
already,
question.
I mean,
yeah,
why the fuck? Why? How the
No,
fuck is
we're
Kirk
not
the
mentioning
scammer?
his name no more on this show. No more.
Why? How is Kirk the fucking scammer?
But
Well, I mean, bro, like, what is Raheem job then? He's the
but
head coach.
so hold on. Let me
who's the
use
scammer?
no, hold on. Let me use this analogy right quick.
Other.
Well, like I said, we ignoring Chuck now, but let me use this analogy. So basically, what Chuck said: if somebody shoots your mama, it's your mama's fault. That's basically what Chuck said. If somebody shot your mama in cold blood, it's her fault.
I'm like this. Who's the scammer? The scammer or the one that coached him?
Like I said before, Chuck's ideology is if somebody shot your mama in the head, it was her fault.
I'm just gonna
That,
leave that. I'm just
but
gonna let that
but
comment ride.
but that is the mindset of a typical of what I call these typical woke motherfuckers that don't hold accountability to anybody like Raheem Morris.
Nope.
Y'all,
Ain't
y'all want Raheem Morris to be so successful so bad, all the way to the point the man literally sabotaged your season, and you just like, it's okay, just give him another shot. Are you serious?
This is what happens when you watch the game with
See,
your expectations instead of
see,
watching the game as it's supposed to be.
This is the type of mindset. I'm gonna use this as another analogy. Let's say you living in a neighborhood and you know drug dealer, killer in the neighborhood, and he murked your cousin. Your mindset is it's your cousin's fault
Pretty much.
because he was in the area. That's what he's thinking about. You can't call nobody you can't call Kurt a scammer if the motherfucking head coach is allowing him to go down the ship.
That's why I said, who's the scammer? The scammer or the one that coaches him?
That's what all this is about. And this is the issue that I had. And it's very funny that he brought up 2023, but forgetting that 2021 we had the worst team in the NFL at that time. That was year one.
And what did coaching do,
Raheem,
Kev? What did coaching do that year?
coaching did nothing. 2024, year one, we had a team that was projected to go to the playoffs. And we won one more game than
In
the
the
team
last
we had in
season.
2021, which was
let
the
me
worst team in football.
let me
Hmm.
ask y'all another question. Y'all remember
You
this
got another
game?
question?
Yeah. Y'all remember this game in what year it was? 2017.
Hmm.
Um, certain team that wear red, black, and white. They win the Super Bowl. And we were trying to figure out why they didn't do one thing, but they kept doing the other thing. And we all said, why don't you just do this? Do y'all remember exactly what we were all saying to ourselves in that moment? What were we saying in that moment in the fourth quarter?
Why aren't we running the
The
fucking
ball.
football?
Right.
So weren't we saying the exact same? What the hell is wrong with Kirk? So if everybody
Mhm.
in the universe is saying what in the hell is going on with Kirk, why didn't our head coach have that same exact sentiment? Why
Mhm.
did he have that same thought?
What did I say earlier? And and and
Because
and and, and,
because
and
Arthur Smith was held to a higher standard than Raheem Morris,
what
even
was
though
that?
Arthur Smith had the worst team.
What was that? But I'm relaying this to Mike's point. The same. We later found out that the same coach that coached that game basically sacrificed our championship for a job elsewhere.
Kyle Shanahan.
So that's why I said earlier, it looks as though whether or not he's credible to go anywhere, as though he's willing to sacrifice his team again for something else. Because it ain't winning. It ain't winning. You had the season wrapped up. Everything he did goes against coaching. The rules of coaching. Rule number one of coaching is the welfare of your players above all else.
I mean, I do want to say this. Since he brought up uh that game from 2017, when we was faltering in that fourth quarter, who was the assistant head coach at that time?
Yeah, we already know that. It was that jackass. That's the whole point.
I,
That's my
I, so again, when we gave up a 75-yard touchdown drive to the Detroit Lions in 2020 and 45 seconds with no timeouts, who was the head coach? Um, who was the defensive coordinator?
Mhm.
And just like Kev said, 2021, the Atlanta Falcons had the worst team in football.
Yep.
Yet we went 7-10. Now you crucify y'all. Now the crazy part about it is y'all crucified Arthur Smith in 2023. You said he didn't deserve his job because we had a playoff ready team and we didn't make the postseason. Okay, he lost his job. Now Raheem Morris comes in with virtually a better team than what Arthur Smith had. Because mindful, you weren't trying to give Arthur Smith no chance. Mindful, this man, they literally had to get out of Cap Hill and try to get guys in to make it a quality team. When they finally made it to the last year of that, and hopefully to expand further, you said no, we don't need him because he can't make the postseason. So now we bring in Raheem Morris. This guy had virtually a better roster than Arthur Smith ever had while in Atlanta. And he didn't make the postseason.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
Right. What? Hey, LT, and don't forget, we were ahead in our division. We were basically 2 games away from locking it down.
But
Two
Arthur
games.
Smith
You
was
need
basically he was coming up from
all
behind
you
trying to get a
needed to
wild
do.
card spot.
All you needed to do was beat the Saints.
There you
All
go.
you needed to do was win 3 games. You needed 3 games at that point
Beating the
to win the
Saints would have
division.
put him a game that solidified you into the postseason. But the crazy part about that is, like I tell anybody, I've been saying the whole year it was stuff about the team I was not liking and it was not getting addressed. When I watched the offense go out there, the first drive of the game, drive that field 7 points, and then they get stagnant the rest of the game.
And mind you
Defense,
now, and LT, mind you now, this was a Saints team that had just lost their head coach. And everybody had said you got to play them differently because they're going to be on some different energy. They said that the whole week. What do we do?
Hey,
Going in
We
there
took
playing like we
their
had
we
already
took
clinched.
we took
some
their
racist.
asses for granted.
Right. We went in
Hold
there
on.
like we had already clinched it.
Listen,
Hey,
not
hey,
only
hey,
that,
hey, hey. They're like, hey, I gotta read something because I think I'm gonna say this because somebody left a comment and this kind of goes along with it, but this is where people they think they're intelligent and they're really not as smart as they thought. All right, so basically, you say I need to do more research before coming to a rash conclusion. Especially given the fact that you established reporter. I'm not a reporter. I do my research, but I'm not a reporter. This is not on Raheem or the Falcons whatsoever. This is on Kirk, and he's trying to do damage control to preserve his value in the league. The practice right after the Saints game, Kirk came on the injury list. You know who's in charge of the injury report?
Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris. Raheem put Kirk can't put himself on the injury list. This is where people embarrass themselves when they think they're smart, and they're really not as smart as they thought. So I just want to put him on Front Street. Since he went out his way and wrote this long dissertation for me to read. He said he had a shoulder and elbow problem. Then in the interview, bro, he said himself, "Yeah, I'm good." You do realize he's going to do that. He's going to do whatever he has to do to, for one, get his paycheck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
The Falcon can turn around and say that they can file charges, or they can just outright just say, yeah, you a breach of contract, and we're not going to pay you because you had a breach of contract. All these things go into it, so he has to do it. So right now, there's no tie to him. Right now, he knows he's out of the door. So when it comes down to it, man, I understand you guys are really passionate about what you think you know, but the question remains, and the fact remains, is that you still have yet to say why did the head coach continue when we all saw? Did we not see that this man throwing bubble screens to Kyle Pitts, bro? I'm talking
Bruh.
about. Hold on. I'm talking about him bouncing the ball. I ain't talking about rib. You know how bubbles go up and down and up and flow.
Mm-hmm.
This is how
Right.
he was doing that to everybody. We saw this. We saw the instances where he couldn't even throw the ball 10 yards. KF just talked about this. This is nothing that I'm making up.
Right.
We can talk about whether he lied, but the evidence, okay? This is what we talk about, facts. You worried about what people say. The facts and true evidence, you have to prove that a guy lied, okay? And you prove it with stats, film, and exactly what he's saying. He can say all he wants to about him being healthy, but look on the field when he's throwing the ball, he can barely get, and he getting up off to the ground, wincing every single time. We see it.
Bruh. Like I said, the problem is they held a higher standard to Arthur Smith than they did Raheem Morris.
Of course. Of course.
Like I said, if y'all and this is your homework here, I want everybody to go back at that 4-game losing streak. Right after go look at that losing streak after the Saints game, after that hit in the Saints game. Cause hell, he was even bothered throwing the ball before that, but he really was bothered
Yeah.
after that game.
And you want to know something,
And
Kev?
and you watch every single throw that was made past 10 yards.
And that's the
And
point.
look how he struggled, and look at how the head coach looked at it and did nothing about it.
I'm
Which,
gonna be
Yeah,
honest
y'all
with
may
you.
talk.
talked
He
about.
chewed his
Neither
gum.
one of y'all has never talked about why. If you knew that we saw him struggling, you saw this man struggling, you saw your wife getting her behind whipped, and you just stood there and watched her get her behind whipped. This is essentially what we're talking about. Y'all
I
watch.
mean, I just want to say this is why a lot of us, especially with us, we tell people all the time we can't watch sports with a lot of people because the way we watch it isn't the way y'all watch it. Y'all watch it from a fan perspective. You want to see your team do good. You want to see your team win. We watch it from analyst or a coaching perspective. You know, I can look at plays as it's happening, and I can tell you, like, I can literally call a penalty before the flag even get thrown. I'm literally watching. Okay, I'm like, that's a hold. That's a clip. He misses block there. Yeah, like I'm literally looking at the play and looking at that small intricate details as it goes on. So with me saying that, if you go back and if y'all was paying attention during the game, even when they were showing the replays where Kirk was trying to throw a pass and might have got like hit simultaneously, you could see him gritting his teeth as he was trying to throw a ball.
Mm. You know what, LT?
The thing about it is, and I'm gonna tell you, I may not be the greatest X's and O's guy. This is what everybody else on this panel is. But the one thing that I look at, I always look at the little things. And a lot of times, this is one of the aspects that a lot of us football fans are ignorant on. A lot of times, those small, intricate details can be missed, and they can tell a big story.
You know why they're missed? Because let's be real, y'all don't watch football. Y'all watch with entitlement instead of trying to learn it. Y'all come in with y'all preconceived notions from playing video games, from listening to other family members and other people in the barbershops and around your little areas tell you what they think football is. And instead of you going and doing your own homework and research, you watch the game with entitlement. Because you are a season ticket holder, you supposed to know every aspect of the game, yet and still you can't even remember what play was in front of your face that went wrong. Like, how is it that a K Styles or a Mad Mike, LT, or myself can remember certain parts of the game vividly, tell you word for word what happened, go back and look at it, and you're going to give me your opinion on what you thought you saw as if it's fact.
Niggas,
I can tell you what quarter. I can tell you what quarter, what down, what hash mark, what yard line, and what the play was.
Right. And I can give you the breakdown on the mechanics, what happened and why it happened, and to tell you why he was doing such and such. So if all of us could do that collectively, but you can't easily scroll over to Google, look up the video, and take 5 minutes to look at it, there's nothing to talk about. You can write big letters in this chat all you want to. You can scream to the top of your lungs and whatever the case may be, or whoever this is for, whoever it touches. But believe me, you watch with entitlement and not understanding.
I'm also worried about us getting in trouble. Y'all ready to lie to yourselves. Why are we worried about it? I'm not saying this just you, JT, but who cares? Who cares? This is what created it. Okay? This is created. Hiring Raheem created it. And I warned everybody from the beginning. This was the terrible hiring. It was terrible from the beginning. And we're suffering because we did exactly this.
Let me say it like this. Raheem Morris is the reason why Kirk Cousins is here in the first place.
That part.
Let me say that again. Y'all upset about Kirk Cousins, but you're not upset about the reason why Kirk Cousins is here.
Yeah, nobody want to talk about why he's here and how
and the reason why that's the reason why he's kept him on the field, because Kirk was Raheem's guy.
They go back. They go back to Washington over 10+ years. So
10 years ago, they was in Washington together.
It's funny. It's funny that we get misquoted for entitlement and intelligence when y'all can't even simply tell us what part of the game went wrong. K Styles just asked you what happened in the game. Not one person came up here and explained to us word for word what happened. How was it that he was able to tell you what you were supposed to see? How was it that we're able to tell you that Kirk was injured, yet still y'all sitting up here dying on the hill of he was a scammer? Quarterbacks don't go out on the field not to play just to spite the team. He's trying to feed his family too. And this is why I keep saying, and I'm going to reiterate it for you that are of the hearing and thinking impaired.
So I just want to say something like we talk about body language and small intricate details. I'm gonna give it to you from a defensive mind frame in like two different sports. In basketball, what makes me, well, at the time when I was playing, a tenacious defender, I had this thing where I count people dribbles. A lot of people are creatures of habit. So if I could count your dribble, I know when I can stick my hand in and take the ball from you. Because you ain't learned to change up your dribble. A lot of people are, like I said, people are creatures of habit. So you keep that body language, that slow dribble, that you want to pick it up a little pace. Once I counted your dribble, I'm gonna rip you every time. Or I'm gonna make life hell for you on the court. You will have to give it up and do other stuff. You ain't gonna be no point guard. Defensively on the football field, like as a corner, you know how to, if you really study the position, you could tell what route is being ran based off body language.
Mm-hmm.
A dude gonna a receiver will tell you what his route is before he even make his move. This is one of the reasons why I say a lot of guys ain't being coached properly in the league, because the way I see some of them passes being thrown, a lot of quarterbacks really should be throwing more picks than they do, because it'd be right up.
But you know, LT, you said something very key and it went over the top of their head. Body language. Right now, I've studied in the medical field for a while. Y'all do realize that when you have an ankle injury, you have a Achilles surgery, and then you have a damaged elbow. Number one, you can't get any accuracy, or you can't get any velocity off of a football if your elbow has a problem. The same way in tennis, you can't get the velocity on the swing. When you are trying to make sure that you don't damage your Achilles again, you try to predict when somebody's going to hit you. That takes your mind off of reading the defense. Now, not only that, you got to protect your elbow from getting hit so that you can get the ball out. Okay, so now you're trying to defend two injuries on two opposite ends of your body simultaneously while watching 300-pound men run at you at lightning speed and still having to look downfield to see if you can get your receivers the ball. You're mentally out of the game. Anybody that's had any number of injuries, you can't protect them all, especially when you play football, because your awareness takes away from your game. So for all you gurus out there that think Kirk is sitting up here scamming somebody, no, he's protecting himself, because guess what? Say if you get hit and that elbow comes apart, guess what? He can't throw the ball anymore. How's he going to be a quarterback? If he shatters his ankle, how's he going to stand up? How's he going to be a quarterback? If he re-injures that Achilles out for the season, how's he going to be a quarterback? But y'all talking about intelligence and entitlement.
And that goes with what Kev said earlier. What makes the situation bad is you literally had an 8th overall pick sitting on your bench that plays quarterback. That what makes all of this like horrific.
Right. See. Here's the thing. And we got a $10 super chat from Dre Harrison, man. Appreciate the 10 spot. He says, so does this explain the reason why Kirk missed pitch on multiple deep routes? Shoulder injury will put detriment to throwing the deep ball, so a pitch really the problem when your QB is hurt? Y'all go look at that Minnesota game.
Yeah.
That Minnesota game tell you everything.
Let me say this, and I want to make this very clear. Your $100 million contract doesn't mean a damn thing when your body cannot produce.
I'm saying it like this. Whether a guy's $100 million man or not, if he's struggling and I'm in a position where it's because let's be honest. When the season started, this 2024-2025 season started. Remember what the expectation of this team was from Falcon media, sports media, fan media. This was a 10-11 win team. Now, if I'm coming into a situation, I'm just using me as an example. If I'm coming into a situation where the expectation is I got to take this team to the next level. First of all, if I see, I'm gonna use for example, might been out sick the last couple days. We all know. Most of y'all are watching this because it's Mad Mike Sports.
Mm-hmm.
We all know the reason why y'all fuck with anybody else that's involved with this is because of Mad Mike Sports.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Mike wanted to do a live yesterday. Guess what happened? We told him to sit your ass down and get better.
That part.
Because even though you want to be live, you need to get your health better. And Mike did the same thing with every last one of us as well.
Right.
Because the mission is more important than the ego. And unfortunately, the ego cost this team a playoff berth this year, whether it be the ego of Kirk Cousins and the ego of Raheem Morris, the ego of Terry Fontenot, ego, whoever. Ego cost the Falcons a playoff berth this year from an expected 11-win team.
Listen, just say you like him. Just say you like him beyond reason. I'm gonna hurt some feelings. Just say you like Raheem beyond reason. Just say you like Raheem beyond common sense, beyond everything that is normal in this world. Just say you like him. Just say you like him because he black. Whatever the case may be. But stop using the fucking $100 million contract as an excuse for why Kirk's body gave out on him. That $100 million contract did not come out on the field and beat the shit out of Kirk and then go sit down and watch him struggle. His body gave out. I did not see not one piece of paper fly out there and drop kick Kirk in the middle of a game. What happened was
that sounds like an episode of Tom and Jerry.
I'm just saying, they act like he's $100 million. Yeah, guess what? Anybody can pay you a fucking $100 million, and if your body go out, your fucking body go out. Y'all be making some of these diaper ass excuses. Y'all want to blame a man for where he's picked in the draft. Y'all want to blame a man for his damn contract. His contract ain't out there playing on the field. Goofball.
The thing about it, the biggest difference between a coach a great coach and an average coach, a great coach don't give a fuck how much you pay.
Thank you.
A great coach doesn't give a fuck how much you get paid.
You want to know how great we talking? The 2017 season, which led to the Super Bowl between Philadelphia and the New England Patriots. Malcolm Butler, who's at the time the Patriots' best cornerback, missed a meeting. That man did not play one snap of that Super Bowl that year.
Nope.
Belichick is like, you miss my meeting, you don't play. You know what makes a good coach? Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
His son came in a meeting at 6:55. Deion said, you need to be in your seat by 6:55. He came in at 6:55. Told him get out. And he ain't play that week. Why? Because you ain't abiding by my rule. I don't give a damn. You is my child. You do it as I say.
That's a standard.
You don't get exempt.
Your team standards is not built on how much you get paid.
Right.
It's built on how you produce.
That part.
And if you even as a $100 million quarterback, if you're hurt and it's detrimental to your skill set and how you play, that goes back to Raheem Morris being the man to have the balls to say, "Sit your ass down. I'm putting him in."
Let's not forget DW up there in Cleveland got all that money and ain't played a third of what he's supposed to play because he stay injured. But y'all wanna make excuses. Y'all wanna try to flambe Kirk because he was forced to play hurt.
Well, you gotta think this is Atlanta. You know, Deshaun Watson is a fan favorite down here in Atlanta, so you know they not gonna give him the same vitriol.
But no, we gonna talk about it now. We want to talk about entitlement intelligence, right? So then what we doing?
We want to talk
It
about
probably been best. It probably was best for him to come home. I mean, since he like massages and something, he could have went on full to the industrial and pump $40.
Right.
I mean, he basically he could stay on foot in industrial and get $40 for the next 15 years.
These motherfuckers would have paid for the goddamn massages the way that they was in love with Deshaun Watson.
Yeah,
And they
paid
probably
him all
still
that
in
money
love with Deshaun Watson.
But look, here's the funny part. They paid him all of that money. He did not produce. And what's happening now? The team is falling apart, and one of their best players is now looking for a trade. Yeah. Again, stop watching with your entitlement and watch to understand.
You know why people watch with entitlement? Because it's easier to think with your emotions instead of logic.
Well, like I said before, you never bitch and complain anybody to a championship. I haven't seen it yet.
I damn sure haven't.
So I mean, if you want, you can keep trying.
Look, we're not gonna sit up here and be don't be stupid. All right. This is what I'm talking about. Who knows if he? Are you fucking serious?
Basically,
you so ready to type and put your opinion out. You won't even look at it. You won't even look at the film. You won't even go back and look at the difference between week 1 and week 13. You won't even do that because you're so ready to voice or your opinion, you won't even research. Because if you looked at it, you would have seen all of this happen. Like these is what I talk about. These are not very smart questions. This is not a smart question. Because if you actually did your research and you watched him from week 1 to week 14, 13, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, 14. You would have seen the slow digression of him. Like, this is not a very smart question, guys. I know you guys believe it, but this is not. All you have to do is research.
I mean, the dude was playing solid.
If you want us to help you through it, just hit $199 and we'll have a special live for y'all. And we'll approve it. But hit $199 for the membership on Mad Mike Sports and 6 Man K Styles, and we will break it down to y'all.
Right.
Well, here's my thing. This is my thing, and I see this $100 million thing keep coming around. If that's the case, why would you even draft a quarterback 8th overall then?
He's hurt to begin with, Cam. Exactly.
He's hurt to begin with. And they still paid the $100 million.
I'm sorry.
And if you really look at the contract wise, yeah, it's $100 million, but 75% of that has already been paid off.
Right. He got upwards of $90 million. Yeah. Up front.
He got $70 million for this one season. And,
I
and
mean,
like you said, and like I said, man, the
I,
problem is the problem is they don't hold Raheem Morris to the same standard as every other coach that's ever been in this franchise because they love him.
and that's what I'm saying. If you love him, just
which
say it. If you love him,
which
just
is
say it.
which is crazy because how can you love Raheem Morris and Mike Smith? He gave you 5 straight winning seasons. How you
They
love
love
Raheem
him.
Morris then? How you love Raheem Morris more than damn Jim Moore? He took you to the NFC Championship game. How you love Raheem Morris more than Dan Reeves? He took you to the Super Bowl. How you love Raheem Morris more than Dan Quinn? He took you to the Super Bowl. It was an embarrassing loss, but he still took you to the Super Bowl. What has Raheem done for you?
I can tell
Not
Huh?
a
you.
damn thing.
I can tell you. He showed up to Atlanta black. That's what happened. And he
That's
showed
all
up.
it.
He
That's
showed up to Atlanta black and fun. That's what happened.
so
Y'all
so
thought y'all were gonna get the good old days back with Raheem showing up, with him having a whole photo shoot, and he's touring around the places he's already been with Terry Fontenot. He was fun and black. Let's keep it a buck. And y'all thought him being fun and black equated what? The playoffs.
champion. Now they thought with him being fun and black it was gonna equal Super Bowl.
That
All
too.
right. So
But
hold
he
on.
got
Let me
close to the
explain this one. Hold on. Let me explain this to TD because,
Okay, bro. That's all
like common sense, like I said, everybody can't catch on to everything. We've stated it. Obviously, I need
But
everybody to listen. If y'all can't understand what we're saying, let's say he lied. Okay, let's just say that Kirk lied about not being injured or he was injured. All right, we're gonna put both of them to rest right now. Why didn't Raheem make a choice other than just standing there watching the shit show? That's the question that nobody.
and $100 million is not a damn excuse.
right.
That's not an excuse.
Not an excuse.
That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse when you have an eighth overall pick investment right behind it.
Right.
And investment to go to a Super Bowl. Everybody want to go to the Super Bowl, to go to the playoff, to have an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. We
See,
were 6-3.
the thing is, you can make that argument if Nathan Peterman was your backup. You can make
Right.
that argument if Doug Johnson was your backup. You can make that argument. You can make that argument if Ken McQuilkin was your backup. You can make that argument if Kirk Kiffin was your backup. You can make that argument if
and Quincy
Desmond Ritter was
Carter.
your backup. You can make
Right.
that. You can make that. You can make that argument if Danny Etling was your backup. Felipe Franks.
It don't matter.
Right.
None of this matters. None of this matters. Even when even this point. Let's just say if it's confidence. If you saw a quarterback wasn't confident and he was throwing 5 interceptions, still, Shad, you're still not making no sense. Why didn't he do something about it? He just watched the shit show. So y'all can sit up here and try to talk about, $100 million. Oh, he wasn't confident. Oh, he wasn't injured. Oh, he was injured and he was confident. Why?
So hold on, I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask y'all this.
Hold on, LT. We watched this dude. We watched him. He sat there and watched this man through 8 interceptions in like 3 games, bro. We watched it. He didn't do anything. He didn't warm up Michael Penix or anything. He just sat there and watched our playoff while Tampa Bay was constantly winning. He was watching on the sideline with his arms folded. What I've been getting worse.
And it's not like these was like some accidental interceptions. These were some egregious ass picks he was throwing.
But here's my problem. When they say that $100 million and his confidence, your confidence would have been shit too if you battling 3 damn injuries at one time, 2 of which can end your career. How much confidence? See, y'all fail to realize how much confidence do you have to play through 3 injuries, 2 of which can end your career? Please tell me that. Because ain't nobody in here Superman. So cut it out. And none of y'all in here, y'all in here ain't even halfway built like that.
You're right on that, but that don't even matter no more. Like
That
none
don't
of this
even matter. It's the fact that we watched the struggle and we watched the guy who was in charge let the struggle continue until he got backed up into a corner and relied on a rookie to save his season, in which the defense looked like shit when he started.
Because he didn't want to be wrong. Plain and simple. I said it before and I say it again. What you said in the beginning is what gets you fired in the end. He the one came out and said Kirk was 100%. Kirk didn't say that. He the one stood on that hill and he died on it. Because that was his boy. Plain and simple. He wanted to be right, not a coach.
Four straight weeks, 4 press conferences. Kirk Cousins is 100%. This was said, and this is on video. Go to Atlanta Falcons YouTube channel and watch all those press conferences when they asked about Kirk Cousins. And he said the same thing every single time.
He was healthy. He got a clean bill of health. Our trainers say he has a clean bill of health. That's a line.
But when you watch the games, each one of those games, watch Kirk Cousins' body language. He was not fine.
Yeah, for them, that's too much.
I got a question for Star real quick. And my question for him is this. Does Raheem Morris get any type of flack for this situation? That is my question.
This man lied about every damn thing. He lied and said he was going to do what's best for the team. He didn't do it. He lied when he said he's going to bring in qualified coaches. He didn't. He didn't do that. I can keep going on and on about what this man lied about. He said that Kyle Pitts was going to be involved in the offense more than what we did. He didn't. They didn't even try to get him the ball. So it's so many things that he lied about. All right. Do
you like him?
We had to force. All right. We were forced into to really running the ball the way we did in the last few games. We were forced into that.
Yep.
So let me ask this question. Let me ask this question right quick. So hypothetically, we go into this 2024-2025 season, and we have the same record as this season. Whose fault is it? I'm just asking the people that's in the chat. Whose fault will it be if they go that route?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you saying we finished with 8 and 9 years like we did this past season?
Right.
And no playoffs?
And no playoffs. If we don't make the playoffs in 2025, whose fault is it going to be? Y'all going to blame Michael Penix? Y'all going to blame Michael Penix for not making the playoffs?
No, they're going to blame Terry Fontenot. They're gonna blame Ted. They're gonna say Terry on the hot seat because he could have got a sensational player in the draft that would have just solved the Falcons' problems in totality.
Are you gonna blame Jeff Obert? Are you gonna blame Jeff Obert for the problem if the defense doesn't improve?
It's Terry Fontenot's fault. Really.
So if you fire Terry Fontenot and bring in another guy and you get the same results, is it going to be the new GM's fault?
It's gonna be Jeff Ulbrich then. Jeff Ulbrich didn't coach good enough.
Oh my God, Pip! Oh boy, I forgot about this shit right here. That man, literally, this came out of his mouth.
So Shaw said he put some blame on Raheem Morris. So why are you in this chat capping for him? Same with you, TD. If like why? Hold on. Does Raheem got y'all on tape? Like buying pussy somewhere, let me know.
Wow.
Because there's absolutely no reason for y'all to be capping for this man away. He's done nothing in this league, bro. He's done nothing. And don't bring up them bullshit ass Super Bowls. He was an assistant in Tampa, which really and truly, you can't even give John Gruden that much credit because the team that he won a Super Bowl with was Tony Dungy's team, and the team he played in the Super Bowl was the team he just came from.
The Falcon could possibly get in trouble. All TD saying is stop snitching. Man, shut up. Shut that shit up.
Look,
He why bring
Damn,
it
You
up
can't
like that?
look. Here's the funny thing. You may call it snitching, but it's all on tape. That's not
right.
snitching. It's all on tape.
Why randomly
We
bring it up?
we
That's not.
really
literally
hide that
we
shit from
lit.
the fucking league. See that shit. You can't hide that shit from the league. They see it.
Look, at this point, I'm gonna tell you something. I've watched the chat for the last 20 minutes. It's the same four marbles in the bowl, knocking each other upside the head, sharing 3 brain cells, saying the same shit. I'm not doing this no more.
As
Y'all
far as
niggas got y'all minds made up about
See,
what side of the thing you standing on. Like,
see,
cut it out. Cut it out.
see. Here's the thing. See, right.
that's dick sucking right there.
See.
That's dick sucking.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you how bad these folks is. The Falcons will go 0-17, and it's everybody else's fault but Raheem.
Right.
That's how. That's how bad it is. Falcons to win less than 3 games in 2025. Guess whose fault it is? It's Michael Penix's fault now.
Hell, they'll even blame Arthur Blank.
Oh, they
Yeah,
already
they do
blaming
that
all
shit
the
now.
blame for everything.
Yeah. Y'all will blame the stadium for not being cool enough in the summertime and warm enough in the
Hey,
winter.
look, Juan. You know how bad it is. You know how bad it is.
How bad is it?
These the same motherfuckers that will blame ASPN for the Falcons losing.
Oh yeah. Like we
And
went
they've
on the
done
field.
it.
Like we
Chuck
put
it.
on the field, put
Folks
on the
like TD.
Hold
No,
on. How the fuck
yeah.
we get blamed for the Falcons losing?
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you how. Because we mysteriously ran on the field, put on the jerseys, played the game, didn't get hurt at all, didn't get fined or locked up for fucking up the game. But somehow we sitting over here and we lost the game for everybody. I don't know
so
how.
so
Not that
so
good.
so so basically in Chuck's and TD's mind, Kirk Cousins struggles were our fault.
Yeah, because we brought it up.
Since we brought it up, it's the unholy alliance's fault that Kirk Cousins struggled.
This man here, man, just say your head is
But
up somebody else's ass, and
I mean,
that's the reason why you
you
involved.
on your knees right now, bro. Let's just get that out of the way. You dick
Yeah,
sucking, call it
that's
in.
man
We
right there.
done for the night. Fuck that.
Oh, you said
Wait. I
He
mean, if
just
you like
want
the taste, I
he
mean, look,
just
look.
wanted to see Penix. Look, TD, I get everything you saying now. Nothing, it shit don't matter. Nothing. You're a LeBron fan. LeBron fan, they don't. Nothing else matters in the world. All you want to do is see LeBron. All right. All he want to do is see Michael Penix, and everybody sucks outside of Michael Penix because he wanted to see Michael Penix earlier. All right, we get it. The end.
Look, I mean, no judgment. I mean, if you like the taste,
so
you like the taste. I mean, it ain't our fault.
let me ask y'all a question,
Make
and I want y'all.
sure it
I,
save when you suck
I
it.
want I want to ask everybody a question here before we get out.
And we got about
How many
15
of
minutes
y'all?
before
How many of y'all?
it is
How many of y'all? How many of y'all in this chat in this live right now has blamed us for the Falcons losing games? Be honest. Who blames us for the Falcons losing? Raise your hands and be honest.
Y'all like
Uh,
y'all real, right? Y'all real fans, right?
look. No, look. I want some truth here. Who blames us for the Falcons losing game? D. Coleman, sit your goofy ass down.
Hold on. How many of y'all say them damn AFN? This y'all damn fault. Y'all talk too damn much. Y'all put that bad juju in the air. How many of
Right,
y'all don't say
right,
that shit?
right. Right. Because trust me, they blamed us for the Super Bowl too.
They blamed us for the Super
We won.
Bowl.
I ain't know none of you motherfuckers said that in 2017.
No. Look. LT.
The only reason I know we will follow each other on Twitter. That's the only reason I know
Hey,
Mike.
look, LT. This is why folks like some of the folks in here call us a cult. This is why they call us the devil, demons,
Right.
bad influences and stuff like that, because we are the reason why the Falcons have been losing the last 4 years.
Look, Jerome.
Damn,
Look, hold on, Jerome, you ain't shit. I did blow that coverage. I did. Hey, look. Look. I should have hit Bryce Young in the mouth, but instead I let him throw the ball.
Yeah, you should have hit when Bryce Young did that turnaround shit. Boy, you should have popped that motherfucker in his afro. That's what you should have did.
Look. Hey, look. Hey, Jerome. Jerome, look. I got put out my house by my dad because I didn't kick him in the mouth at the end zone. So, yep, my fault.
You know what? As a matter of fact, y'all right. It was my fault. I was instead of with Devontae Freeman, it was me on the field that missed that block that caused Matt Ryan to fumble the ball in the Super Bowl. It's my fault, y'all. My apologies.
LT, you know better than to have your foot out and trip up Matt Ryan when he's trying to win the game.
Nah, man. Yeah. I mean, it was my fault that I tripped and bust my ass and let Justin Jefferson get wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. It was my fault.
Nah. But you know what? You know what, man, Mike? I'm ashamed of you because you shouldn't have been spiking the Gatorade for the whole team.
Y'all wilding now.
As a matter of fact,
you know what I take accountability for? You know what I take accountability for?
What?
They had me in the slot covering DK Metcalf, and I gave up a touchdown before halftime. That was my fault too.
You know what? I'm sorry, but you know what? I was the dude on the computer counting the points. I lost count on the Falcons side. My bad.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I would like to apologize to everybody because I was the outside linebacker that was supposed to be covering the zone when Matthew Stafford threw that game-winning touchdown pass in 2020. I like to apologize for that. I left Amon-Ra St. Brown get away and got to reach. That's my fault. It's my fault. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Now, LT, you know what? I was supposed to contain Jaden Daniels, but I let him truck me in the middle of the field. I'm sorry, I just laid down on the job.
As a matter of fact, I would like to apologize to everybody in the chat. I did have Josh Dobbs wrapped up, but I let him go because I didn't want a penalty, and then he ran in the end zone for a touchdown. It's my fault.
Hey, but you know what? But you know what? Look, I'm really sorry because I was the one that told Raheem not to take that time out, so that ended the game. My bad. I thought I was just being progressive. I'm sorry.
You know what? It was my fault because I advised Young Way Cool to switch his kicking stance for a little bit.
You caused him to tweak his hip.
And he tweaked his hip on my account. So my bad.
He'll give your ass a tequila though. He would have gave his ass a tequila.
I just want to come out and tell everybody that it's my fault that I was on the sideline coaching. And I told Marcus Mariota that he can envision himself being Patrick Mahomes and that played in Carolina. He threw the interception on. That's my fault.
But you know what, Mike, I'm gonna tell y'all gonna be mad at me. It was me. I was the one that put Kirk Cousins in an arm lock, and that's why his elbow was hurt. I'm sorry I messed the season up, but he just kept trying me. He kept trying me. I just had to do it.
You know what? It was my fault for letting Valdez Scantling get 140 yards on 2 catches against us. A week after he joined the team. Mike told me. Mike wanted me to tell y'all that. Look. Mike wanted me to tell y'all that he actually had a conversation with Terry Fontenot, and it was Terry Fontenot's idea, his idea to hire Hurt in the first damn place. Hurt. So Mike, my bad for snitching on you. You know what? It was my fault. When Justin Fields got that big run in the first game, I missed the tackle and fell on my face. That was my fault.
Listen, man, I gotta come clean on this real quick. It's my fault. I was actually the referee in the NFC Championship game, and then throw that flag on the pass interference on Ryder White. I should have do it because it's my fault. It's my fault.
No, but you know what? You know why we missed that field goal? When we missed that 54-yard field goal, I moved the goalpost back 5 inches. I'm sorry.
You know what? It's my fault for getting that damn ball in the end zone. I should have told his ass to shoot that motherfucker like a 3-point through the uprights.
Hey, I want to personally apologize because I was the one that convinced Terry Fontenot to bring in Riley Patterson in here,
Oh man.
and
Oh,
and I was supposed to heal the ball a persistent way, and I did. But my presence made him kick the ball all over the
oh.
place. So
Hey,
my bad.
you know.
Uh, then hold on, BP got a 499 here. Said it was my fault that Judon got burnt by Miles Sanders.
Yeah, look, but you know what? But Brian Peoples, you know why that happened? Because I'm the one told him he could look better in coverage.
Hey,
You
look,
telling me
hey,
BP stole the girl that you done
hey,
stole?
look.
God
He said,
damn, BP, you
Strap,
done put bad on it.
look. Strap said it's my fault for not saying I was injured earlier, so my pandas can take my job via Kirk Cousins, the Great White Hope.
But hey,
Oh my.
listen to Corey. Corey said your AFN been point shaving for you.
Listen, man, hold on, everybody, please. I want y'all to. I hope y'all can find it in y'all heart to forgive me on that fourth down call in the goal line situation in Philadelphia in that playoff game when I had Matt Ryan roll out left and throw to Julio Jones. It's my fault for calling that play because I wasn't in my AA meeting that week. I was getting drunk the night before, like any other coach would do. So that's my fault that we lost that game and redeeming ourselves a Super Bowl berth. That's my fault. That's my fault. I'll
No,
take
no,
that.
no, 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 no. LT. I got. Can I sit down for a second and admit this right quick?
Go ahead, bro.
No, get it
Oh,
out.
man,
Get it out, man. Take your
I would
time.
like to admit that the jet sweep through the goal line was my
Can't stop. Don't start that crying because I want to tell y'all something. I
Hey,
want to
man,
tell y'all something.
PA.
Mike never knew this, but during that Dallas game, I was the one told nobody to move. Oh God, I can't. I'm sorry, Mike. I told about the move, man.
I gotta break
Hey,
it.
guess what? That's not the bad.
I gotta break
That's not the bad part. That's not the bad part. That's not the bad part. I, I was the one that told Russell Gage and Tajay Sharp to run over each other in Thursday night football against the Patriots. Oh.
No, no, but you know what? I told Arthur Smith not to change up his ways because he was gonna get a job in the Steelers anyway, so he didn't need the Falcons. Sorry,
Hey, y'all,
sorry.
we
I just
gotta
want
wrap
y'all to
it up,
know.
man. We got
I
A's
just want
coming
to.
on. We got A's coming
Hold
on
on.
AFN,
Hey,
y'all.
I'm about to say, LT, get the last one in, boy. We got the Ladybirds coming on after this.
I just want y'all to know, man. It is absolutely my fault that the Falcons just go suck again next year. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Uh, so, 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 so while we go into this therapy session and get all of our faults out, y'all make sure y'all go ahead and tune in to Atlanta Falcon Nation with the Lady Birds and AFN coming on here in about 10 minutes. And continue to support Mad Mike Sports, 6 and K Live, Therapist ATL, and the rest of the crew. So until next time, people, we're here to play.
We
Here to stay, y'all.
You ain't got to go home, but I'm wiping these tears with my thongs. Bye.
I think I think I should I think I shitted myself.
I did shit myself.
Hey,
Put your eyes back in your head.
knocked out like flavor, flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Hey, bro.